Alright, it's here for once again. My money now about Penal Stevie. So now says here breaking news. This news is actually called from the chilled water. The news right here on this particular platform indicates a former UT bank boss. Our friend Kofi Amoabeng. Menoka said the police have actually arrested him. Now, this particular arrest is not just like a mere police invitation. Police for Naton and South friend say, oh, Umbra number church and say, no, they've actually arrested him. Information we are getting is 14th January 2020 around 12 p.m. Ghana time. And they arrested him around 12 p.m. Ghana time. Osha Ghana time is 2 p.m. which means 2 hours ago, and they arrested him. Now, this is actually one of the biggest news Ghana for. Everybody needs to know how all of these 10 of events will unfold. Now, before I even move on, information we are also getting is that this particular Kofi Amoabeng, he is he's scheduled to appear in court, which means no. They are arranging to actually send him to court as quickly as tomorrow. That is Accra Circuit High Court. Now, let me explain further and give you more details about his arrest and how all of these things came about. In 2017, somewhere July 2017, we all saw how Capital Bank, which was owned by Mensa Otabel, that's Capital Bank was owned by Mensa Otabel, and also UT Bank, which was owned by this old Kofi Amoabeng. We saw how the Bank of Ghana came out and said these banks, they are operating basically operating. So what they do is they are taking people's money, they are giving it out for loans, but then sika was somebody operating no money into a bank amount for bank was on sika bank nebegu. The bank were operating basically on funds and also loans of people. If the people had come for declare some the banks will collapse. And now Bruni friend is a bank is insolvent. So the Bank of Ghana actually declared these banks, Capital Bank and also UT Bank, insolvent. That is way back 2017. But you declare all of these banks insolvent. You say UT Bank there, GCB took over, and Capital Bank, they bobo other banks when they CBG. But then we all saw the news about how many were calling. So once these banks are collapsing, and the bosses, people were managing this bank, they need to be called to book, because the thing is banks need collapse here. Banks na collapse. But man for sika ne niema akọ hye mu nyina no e car no muntimi ntwani nyina ne nyina mene wo ye taxpayers money and ye di tu amount for, which means say ebia made 200 million akoto bank because the bank were operating on me funds no say me discuss to no mo dia loaning crop for no because em kojim sika here omo ntimi nye say sika no because they are basically living on my money in the bank ni goods and me sika na akọ. So what will happen is that the Bank of Ghana and as a Ghana itself will pay me my money. Now scan you to amenye say be free or be bottom, and if you are buying bottom your taxpayers money. So people were saying say if Ghanaians are now going to pay for something that they don't actually know nothing about, because me co investi will be bia obisika ene abedan me car me tractors so then we need to take or hold the people who were managers of the banks accountable. Meaning say some na make an ultima say here. So these were the campaigner. Many people were campaigning say arrest them. You say Mensa Otabel Krano. He was even invited by Iyoko near there. But then fast track 2 years or 3 years down the line, we've not been able to prosecute these people. Talking about the people who were CEOs of these various defunct banks and now various collapse banks. Meno Kasa collapse. In the names are UT Bank, Capital Bank, Bench Bank, GM Bank. Because the people were owning and headlining this bank. They are working free. They've not arrested anybody. Then 11 months down to the elections, we've seen some action is actually going in place. We are all happy that this thing will actually continue, because in Ghana here nobody is above the law. Based on all of these things that happen over and over and over, the Iyoko and also the Ghana Police Service, they've now sat down and have a concrete fact and case. So because of that, they've gone to arrest UT Bank boss Kofi Amoabeng. Kofi Amoabeng just some few days ago, just some few months ago, he was on KSM and he said, fine, his bank was facing challenges, but the thing was he doesn't understand why his bank will maybe have a debt of let's say 800 million Ghana cedis. Now investor Biabaka say, okay, out of that 800 million Ghana cedis a year UT Bank for their own, you know, I want to pay 400 million. It's that 400 million now, which Chanaka 400 million. They could have at least work and actually pay the others, or I mean, come up with more investment and dividends. Maybe amount for being investing more into the company. But the Bank of Ghana actually came out to say no, they are not actually happy with whatever UT Bank is doing. So they want to actually close the bank, which cost taxpayers money. And your Ghana, and your Musika, taxpayers money 2.2 billion. So these were the analysis that Kofi Amoabeng was making on KSM show, saying and blasting the government. The government, they are just going about closing banks. I'm a man for who he employed. Omunina ene obieni baby or the okwa se baby crowd. Then I'm kwanwa omo pure water near there. Also so fast track, no, people were calling, said we need to actually hold this man accountable. We need to hold him accountable. People have invested into his company, into his capital bank company, into his UT bank company, and up to now, they've not received their dividends. One more receive your dividends, so a taxpayers' money any edition. Now that is not just that. Oshe Capital Bank, because there are two banks, Iyoko and Ghana Police Service, they're actually changing. Capital Bank was headed by Mensa Otabil. He was overall chief board or director or whatever, CEO or whatever. On a overall boss, Mensa Otabil. O question is he was just using his face, doesn't know the day-to-day activities. Nipa now Ujimi said the CEO of Capital Bank, Ato Wilson. Menoka said he's facing 26 charges. They are arranging him before court. We are all looking at how all of these things will play out. So Ato Wilson and Capital Bank Mensa Otabil, they are facing a charge. Menoka say case no court. Just that Mensa Otabil no ni hunim or say Ato Wilson and another he take charge and another CEO. So he knew the day-to-day activity. So they've charged Ato Wilson say Capital Bank seeker 260 million. So that is what Capital Bank is facing. So it's time for UT Bank to also face a similar thing. I know because the Ghana Police Service, the Iyoko, they've actually taken charge. Information written as indicates they have arrested him. I hope some church and cinema I'm a because this is actually a technical case. Now, if you are not into all of this business and bank stuff, I won't tell you, but the head and tail of all of this is that UT Bank boss Kofi Amoabeng on and off bank biso and a bank negu ye yesi amanfo sika akodi mu no we ntimi ntiom ti government na edi ni sika tiom ti government say okay once I wo share bank so a egu a we ntimi ntiom amanfo ye di sika etu amanfo ne de ene wa bokro ne enunti ya becho. That is the head and tail of all of these cases. We will do what to give you more updates on this particular breaking news. Subscribe and also let us know your comments in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching.